everyone, my name is Rob, I'm from the Instant Gamers. This is part 11 of Halo Infinite. And yes, we will be taking out the Forge of TEASH later on in this video, but first of all we're going to be dealing with Courier Squad. Now, to be honest, I have not seen this footage since I played the game, and well, edited it in the same day, edited the footage together, because obviously, yeah, but that was more than a week ago, so to be honest, I can't really remember what happened in it, which kind of, well, I was going to say what's different. I mean, my commentary is usually pretty bad, but it might be worse. Apologies if it is, but ah well, what really can I do? Now, in one of the last episodes, presumably, I got this ghost. I think I got it from the last base, actually. Or I got it along the way here, I can't remember. But very easy to deal with the enemies if you've got a ghost, so I recommend getting one. Now, that is the transition. Quite a bad transition, in my opinion. Kind of reminds me of the 60s Batman. You know, when they were going to the Batmobile. But the reason I used that one, it's machinima related. I didn't specifically use that one in the machinima. But it's one I'm going to talk about when we do the Forge of TEASH thing, because that is quite a long bit. So I needed a discussion thing to talk about. But yeah, I've been using it. Goes back to a Halo machinima on the channel, so nostalgia really. But obviously with the transitions, what I want you to do is I want you to comment if you like the transition or not, basically. I've been asking you to do that in the past couple of videos. I mean, I'm recording this in January, this is going out in August, so it's not going to affect future Halo Infinite videos, but it will affect future video. Like if the next Halo is like this, in the fact that it has side missions and stuff, well, it's going to affect that, obviously. If there's any other games that have side missions and stuff like that, where I need to use a transition, then it's going to affect that as well. So let me know which transition you like. I've been doing different ones in the different Halo Infinite videos, so yeah, let me know which one you like, and that will become essentially the default one for the channel. Still using the ghost here. That brute took a long time to kill, and you're going to hear a bit of game audio in a second, because I thought it was quite funny. Well, not funny, but it's more the fact that Cortana, the weapon, has no idea what she's saying.
Bob Charlie is now a banished free zone. Hit that terminal and we'll make it official. Not yet. Handle those hostiles first.
Yeah, she told me to activate the map, and then I couldn't, because apparently there was hostiles nearby. Don't know how that happened, but yeah. So now we've took over Fob Charlie. There's actually a propaganda station right nearby there. It's sort of on the map. I didn't focus on it, but it's right round the corner. So I went to take it out with a grenade. Oh, well, that clearly didn't work. 2 grenades worked though, so yeah. That was quite simple. Didn't even need to use the AI to help me. Right, the Forge of TEASH, what the point of this video is, it's quite a long one. It's essentially, what was that one that we did recently in a previous Halo Infinite? I should really look this up before I started doing the commentary. Let me have a look at what, sorry if you can hear the mouse clicking, but I'm trying to go into the YouTube dashboard to tell you what the name of that, it wasn't the tower, it was before the tower. I should really go into playlists and just find the Halo Infinite playlist. There we go. Outpost Tremenius, I think it was the name of the outpost that we took out previously with the silos. That's essentially what we have to do here as well. Apart from the fact that there's way more silos, and also, well, yeah, there's way more silos, and there was something else you had to do that I now can't remember what it was, which sucks. Oh yeah, you have to rescue a whole bunch of Marines. No, that was in the previous one as well. There was something else in my mind that we had to do in this mission, and it's not a mission, it's a side quest, but yeah, I feel sorry for that Marine. They really got shot. I was trying to get them to get on my vehicle, and then they just got sniped, and it just sucked. I mean, here's the thing. I rescued so many Marines in this mission, and they all died. Because there's just so many enemies in this, in this part, and it was way too, like, I know I've complained in previous episodes about them being way too many enemies now in this game, because the Xbox can handle more enemies, you know, compared to the previous Halo games. But it is true. I mean, if all my AI Marines are dying because there's so many enemies here that I have to deal with, that none of them can survive. And I'm pretty good at like killing enemies quickly, in my opinion. Then it just sort of sucks. Like, you know, I'm trying to rescue these Marines and they all just die because of all the brutes that come down and like as backup. Now, yeah, what I was on about with the transition earlier was the last day. It was a Halo machinima. It was on this channel. Although anything prior to January or February is actually a re-upload. So it was probably done in about like 2014 or 2015. I think we did the last day, because it was the reason the channel was called The Insane Gamers is because there was multiple of us at the time. That was an edit, by the way, if it wasn't obvious, because at one point I died, but unfortunately, I've said that in previous Halo Infinite videos as well, it's quite difficult to actually hide the edits, unlike previous Halos, which some of you may like because you see the point that I died, so you'll see that it got a little bit more difficult. Others, but I don't really like leaving the deaths in. That's why I edit it out, because if it's a walkthrough or this is sort of like a walkthrough. It's not really a let's play, but you don't want to see the deaths because that just makes the video longer. Anyway, yeah. So the machinima, it was called The Last Day, and when I wrote it, I wrote it basically as essentially the plot of it is, if you haven't seen it, which, do I recommend watching it? I'm proud of it, is all I'm going to say. I'm still proud of what it was, but I probably wouldn't recommend watching it, because it's me, Chris and Paul, who were we did all the voices and the many different characters, and the voices, obviously to edit our voices we had to do effects on them in the editing program. So yeah, probably wouldn't watch it, but I'm proud of what it was. It taught me a lot of editing skills, so that's why I'm proud of it. This took a long while to take out this silo with this mongoose. Anyway, yes, so the reason that transition is a nostalgic thing is in The Last Day, the plot of it was that, first of all, it was filmed in Master Chief Collection and Halo Reach, specifically in Halo 3 and Halo 4 in the Master Chief Collection. The plot of it was that Halo Reach was essentially the real world. Halo 3 was the old game that was having The Last Day, which is somewhat ironic, considering Halo 3 and Halo Reach have now gone offline on 360. Well, to be fair, Halo 4 has also gone offline, because they've all gone offline apart from on the 360. Anyway, right. The point was essentially it was essentially like a Second Life game in the plot of this. So you paid money to go into the game, which was Halo 3. Obviously, if you died in the game, you didn't die in real life, but you couldn't leave and go back to real life. It was a bit like The Matrix, if that makes any sense. And then the developer of the game wanted more money, because why not? Microtransactions and all that, and they wanted more money by getting people to buy the next game in the series, paying more subscription fees, I guess. And oh yeah, that's what you have to do. You have to destroy the equipment, which is what you had to do in the previous videos, in the previous outposts as well. But there seems to be more of them here. Anyway, yeah. So so the CEO wanted more money, he wanted people to get the next game, and the way he did that was by essentially, if you didn't upgrade to the next game in the series, you would have been actually killed. Like, you couldn't leave your cryopod or whatever and come back to the real world, and you essentially would have died. They would have shut off life support for the cryopod. And the people in the game hated it, obviously, if they didn't want to upgrade. And the thing is, in the lore of the machinima, essentially, Halo 3 and Halo 4 came out 1 year after each other. Like, Halo 4 came out 1 year after Halo 3. So, when I wrote it, I was like, there's no way that anyone would shut down the servers to a game 1 year or even 2 years after it came out. And then, what was it, like NBA 2K19 got shut down last year, or in 2020? I can't remember what it was now. But, yeah. I wrote that in, like, 2015. Didn't intend for that to happen, but like, it was supposed to be a joke. It wasn't supposed to happen in real life. But if you're wondering what the transition has to do with anything, there was a plot where essentially they tried to garner attention by becoming famous on the internet, and the way they did that was that they joined a YouTube multi-channel network. Yes, this is a great plot, because this was essentially what was happening with us, with the channel. They joined the YouTube multi-channel network, and obviously we did the machinima, but they wanted to become famous by doing montages, and in the montage, obviously, you need to have transitions, and there was one, like, professionally animated transition, like, professionally done, and then the other character, which was more stupid, came up with a betrayal montage, so him literally just betraying other people in the game and killing them, and just getting loads of, like, people raging at him. And it was terribly edited in, like, essentially Windows Movie Maker, but I wasn't going to use Windows Movie Maker for the editing. I still did it in this. So the sort of editing the transition that you're seeing here is like the sort of Windows Movie Maker transitions. Because unfortunately the footage, like, couldn't be handled by Windows Movie Maker, whatever format it's recorded in. So I had to do it in Sony Vegas, as it was at the time, although it's Magix Vegas now. That's the editing software that I use. I know a lot of YouTubers will recommend Premiere Pro and everything, but I've always been when I started YouTube, 2012, 2013, whenever it was always Sony Vegas that was recommended, not Premiere. I mean, Premiere was always the proper professional one, and Vegas was also the professional one, but it was less professional, essentially, if that makes any sense. And I've just always stuck with it, because at this point, I can't be bothered learning a new editing software. What's the point? I've been doing this for ages. Vegas does what I need it to do. Yeah, it's not all locked in with being able to, like, load up Photoshop and After Effects and all that, unfortunately. But you can still do a lot of editing tricks in it. I mean, like I said, if you watch the machinima, one of the thumbnails is, I mean, you saw earlier in Halo Infinite, in one of the cutscenes, the Blade Master had that red blade. In the last day, the CEO, when he got angry, he was an elite. He had red eyes and he had a red energy sword. And the way I did that is I had to you did, like, this is editing tricks, by the way. You had to, like, copy the track, edit out the sword every frame. By the way, that took a long time, and then essentially color correct that second frame so that it was red, essentially. Of course, if Halo Reach had a red energy sword, that would have been cooler, but then everyone would be using it, wouldn't they? So that was We put effort into the last day. Even if it doesn't seem like it in some parts. Because there's bits that are quite embarrassing, but there's bits that aren't. But yeah, I like how I have not been talking about what's been happening in the Forge of TEASH, but got really distracted about the machinima. But like I said, it's essentially the same as that Outpost Tremini's mission, side mission, apart from the fact that it's bigger, it's longer. I was going to say it's uncut, because I was going to reference that South Park title, but no. But yeah, there's so many enemies, there's not really much to say, to be honest. You just fight, you know, you got to kill everyone and like destroy the silos, but it takes so long. Like, I was doing this at the time and I was thinking, how long is this going to take? And I was trying to figure out how to get into here because I couldn't see where that generator was, and I was like, oh, it's right in front of me, just have to destroy it. It's right there. Picked up that mangler. But yeah, but I don't know how that all bounced around here. That looked pretty cool, but don't know who fired it. Then I was trying to just figure out where the repair bay thing is to be sabotaged. There we go. There's a marine with me. That's probably going to die. And then you can also like exit through this if you wanted to. Here we go. See, look, the enemies just came in and then pretty much... I mean, I'm pretty sure that marine's going to die from this. Yep, he's dead. He's gone off the map. Because there's just too many brutes now. You rescue all... There, he's dead on the floor. You rescue all these marines. And it's not, like... It feels terrible. Because they just all died. It sucks. We're still, look how many elites and stuff we're still having to fight. I mean, I know these are backup. I know this is a long mission, and you essentially like a long side mission. Essentially, like, you know, they'll be getting backup. We're taking so long to actually do this, but what does the game want you to do? I'm still enjoying it. It's just it really annoyed me when I realised at the end that all the Marines I rescued had died. What was the point? They were... I mean, let's be honest. They were probably all going to die from the Banished, but... You know, they were captured, you rescued them, and then... They died anyway. So what was the... I mean, I guess they died fighting the Banished, so that's better than them dying by, you know, being tortured or whatever, but... Still sucks. Now, yeah, as you can see here, there's two brutes down here, which were guarding that, because you need to... This is the awkward thing that happened here. I forgot what I needed to do. Well, it's not that I forgot what I needed to do. It's essentially, if you go on the right, you take out that thing to take out the shield. But I went up the grav lift. So I then realised that, oh, I need to like shoot down there to destroy the thing to actually get out. Because you can't go back down the grav lift. I mean, I'm sure I could have walked through the door because that's how that works. But, like, through the shield. But, yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't. But there we go, we destroyed the Forge of TEASH now. And then this next footage is essentially me trying to like throw a grenade down there and blow that up to get out. Like I said, probably could have just walked through that, but I was going to destroy it because might as well, even if it is a waste of ammo, really. There we go. Destroyed now. And then there's another, like, I like how we were doing all this battle, and then there's like here we go, there's like one jackal over here that we killed. Because I guess they didn't want to join in the battle. didn't kill them by hitting them in the back, which is surprising. But yeah, I mean, look at all that's all destroyed. Really, they didn't want to run over and help. Now, there's still some footage left. We're going to be taking out Balcarus, who is a brute. As you can see, he's a high-value target there on the map. So that won't take too long, actually, because as you can see, there's a brute chopper there. It's not exactly the greatest vehicle to take out, ironically, a brute. Because at least the way they handle in this game, they're not great. They like flip over really easily compared to ghosts. And Balcarus, as you can see, he's got a jetpack, which kind of sucks. But even with the jetpack, he's not great at running away. As you can see there, still wants to fight me. Even that sticky grenade really did not seem to damage this brute chopper that much. But as you can see, it flipped over really easily. Then I just started throwing grenades at him because why not? That killed him. So he was pretty easy to take down, at least compared to the Blade Master in a previous episode. But the one thing that really annoys me about this game, with the checkpoint anyway, is the fact that you take out a high value target, or you take out the high value target's crew, and then it doesn't save. So you have to kill all of them before it saves a checkpoint, which really sucks because, well, you know, if I die, I don't want to take out the entire crew again. I don't want to take out the high value target again, usually because they've got loads of armor. I wish it would just save between that happening. It'd be much, much better. Now, one thing that is different in the lore of this Halo, at least compared to the previous ones, is, well, the Banished having elites in their ranks, but them being below brutes. Which obviously wasn't the case with the Covenant. The elites were above the brutes in the ranking, so that's interesting. I want to know why some elites have joined them, though. I mean, maybe we'll learn that in future Halo games, or maybe it's like in one of the books or something. But I'm pretty sure in Halo 5 we went to San Helios, the elite planet, and they're just completely gone. Weren't fighting the UNSC or anything. So I don't know what's happening. Maybe we'll learn that later on in the game. I don't know. I haven't played anything past this yet. Anyway, I've been Rob Bean from the Insane Gamers. Thank you very much for watching part 11 of Halo Infinite, and ta-ra.